Hi, my name is Tramell Tillman, and I have the pleasure of interviewing Zach Cherry.
And, I mean, I assume you can do the math from that I am Zach Cherry, and I will also have the pleasure of interviewing Tramell Tillman.
That's me.
All right,
You ready?
Let's do it, yeah.
All right. So you've been to Toronto before.
I have, yeah.
Yeah. What's the best thing about Toronto, in your opinion?
The wonderful people,
That's a good answer.
I say as I look around at them.
Staring back at you.
Yeah. No, I do like the people, good food, and that when it gets too cold, there's underground, situations.
What kind of
There's, kind of
situations?
tunnels, right? Yeah, there's,
Underground tunnels.
Yeah, which actually, the worst thing about Toronto is, as a non-expert,
Okay.
sometimes I will try to go to a restaurant
Okay.
and show up at the address, and it will be invisible because it's underground in one of the tunnel systems.
So the restaurants are masked under the
Some of
tunnels.
them,
So
yeah.
that's part
There's
of the
stuff down
situations
there,
that are
yeah.
in the tunnels.
Yeah.
Okay. That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah. Now, I've been wanting to ask you this for years.
Well, talk to me. I'm here. Let's do it.
What was your favorite scene to shoot this season? And
Mm-hmm. Oh, and okay.
was there a scene that you found particularly challenging? Sort of both sides of the coin.
No, this is good. This is good. So my favorite scene, I'd have to say, would be the introduction into Wells Hollow, where I met you all at the tallest waterfall in the world, and introduced you to this excursion that you're going to be on.
That you saying that's the tallest waterfall in the world is the hardest I laugh at the show. that both when we were shooting it and now when I watch it,
Yeah.
is the funniest thing in the world to me.
Yeah.
So that's also one of my favorites.
It's a good moment. It's
Yeah.
so fun. The most challenging, I'd have to say, would be the cure paintings in episode 3. And, this is the first time that we're introducing race into the world of Lumon.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was a lot of care, a lot of instruction that went into presenting that story. And, Sydney Cole Alexander, who plays Natalie, was fantastic and so game to really explore this world. And Ben was just really hands off. He said, y'all do what y'all want,
Cool.
And we really found that nonverbal scene.
Yeah.
That third act in that scene.
I mean, that's
Really
another
natural.
one of my favorite scenes of the season.
Yeah.
That's an incredible scene.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I can't ask you that question in return because you've just answered that question, right?
Yeah. I
Okay.
snuck my answers into
You
yours.
did. That's
yeah.
crafty. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Is there something in your life that you would like to be severed for?
I mean, sleep would be sort of a cop-out answer.
You
Because
don't
I
like to
already...
sleep?
Well, no, I do, but I'm not really there for it, so...
Okay. Okay.
But, I mean, not really. I sort of thrive in the muck, in the
Okay.
mundanity,
Okay.
in the folding laundry, in the washing dishes,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
things that many people would want to skip. I kind of like that stuff.
That's your jam.
Yeah. So I wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's not the big things that you.
I don't mind the dentist. I don't know.
So you want to feel it all. You just want to know everything, experience it all.
I guess.
Be present with it all.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What is there something that you would
What is something that I would, in my life, prefer to be severed for?
I just thought of one.
Okay, here we go.
Waiting on the subway platform in the summer when it's hot.
That's really good.
Yeah.
See,
That's the only one.
I actually was going to say just riding the subway, period.
Oh, okay. Once I get
just
on the
skip
train,
that.
I'm fine.
Okay.
But yeah, platform when it's hot.
Yeah, that's really good. I respect that.
I somehow pulled that out because you were thinking it.
You saw it.
Yeah,
See,
you
this
transmitted
is,
it.
You see what's happening here?
Nonverbal communication.
This is how tight we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't get this anywhere else. I'm telling you, this is good stuff.
This actually is a great question.
Okay.
What's something that you've learned about yourself from playing Milchick?
That I am a reformed people pleaser. That did not come to light until being in the shoes of Milchick. and seeing that everything that this man is doing, you know, he fails at it and then keeps going and keeps going. And it's not self-serving, it's serving the company.
Yeah.
And I could not understand how I resonated so much with that. And I just sat there one day and just was like, yeah, this was a part of your life where you were trying to please everybody. And it didn't go well. Just like with Milchick.
Yeah.
It does not go well.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. What about you?
I guess that I used to be more annoying.
You learned that
yeah.
during the show.
Yes, because
Okay.
my innie reminds me a lot of kind of like how I was maybe in college a little bit, like
Okay.
a little more bravado, a little less thoughtful, a little more kind of like quick to react to things. And I think when I first started doing the show, I would have said I wasn't that much like the character.
Okay.
And then as I've done it more, I've kind of realized like, oh, there are definitely parts of me in there that I have hopefully grown away from.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your younger self is essentially any Dylan.
Yeah, I think any Dylan sort of more connects to a younger version of myself than my current self.
That's really deep. That's like really psychological. Like I feel like this is now turning into a therapy session.
Well, I did take Psychology 101 in college when I was my younger self, so.
Boom.
There
So
we
tell
go.
us more about psychological theories. Do you know
Okay, so codependency
Yes.
is...
Okay. Wait, should you ask a question? Is it your turn?
You go.
Okay. If you could have, this is a good one. I like this question.
Okay.
This is good. If you could have any Severance prop from the set, what would it be and why?
My immediate answer is the melon head of John Turturro. Because it is one of the most incredible props that I've encountered.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be fun to just sort of put up on a shelf somewhere and just have,
Yeah.
like looking over me. And yeah, I think that would be me.
Reminding you
one
to hang in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something you would...
God, there's so many good ones. I love the posters.
the posters are great.
Frolic-aholic.
That one is
That
great.
that's iconic. The hang in there poster is
Yeah.
really great. I'd have to say, this is a spoiler, but I'd have to say the Kier statue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I bonded with that statue.
Yeah.
There's some really good memories of me in that statue. And Ben. Because did you know that Ben was operating that statue?
Yeah.
So this was my opportunity to act with Ben Stiller.
Yeah. You
And
could
with
definitely
Alex.
do some type of duo act with that. Take it on the road.
If Severance doesn't work out, if somehow we get canceled, we're going to do a traveling show. Milchick and Kier.
I'll be front row. I'll be heckling, but
Please do.
I'll feel like
Please.
I'm part of the show. Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Mhm.
I want to know this.
Okay.
Do you have any rituals or routines that help you get into character on Severance?
Meditation. I do a lot of breathing meditation for that. I get up 2 hours before my pickup time, and I'll meditate and stretch, right? And you don't know this, but in my trailer, if we're just having a long day and I'm tired and feeling squirrely, I'll just dance around in my trailer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Do a little dance party for myself. Keeps the blood flowing.
Definitely. Sometimes you need to kind of like wake it up a little
Yeah.
bit.
You gotta shimmy
For
it
sure.
out. You know.
For sure. Yeah.
Gotta stay loose.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you? What are your pre-Severance rituals or pre-filming?
Season 1, my dressing room was right next to John's.
Okay.
And John has like this really amazing and elaborate routine that he does with vocal warm-ups, and he's kind of like, it's not like to pick a pack of pickled pepper, but it's like, stuff like that. He's warming the voice up, he's listening to things. And so my ritual season 1 was to just listen to him warm up.
Okay.
And be like, I guess I should be doing stuff like this. But truly, that was like how I knew I was like we were getting started. Was John would kind of go through his routine, and then in season 2, they moved us out to the trailers. We weren't in the same dressing rooms, and I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you can really see it in my season 2 performance.
It's there.
Yeah.
You missed them so much.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
eulogy like hit home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was deep.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you get reunited.
Me too. I hope someday we're in dressing rooms next to each other again. And sounds like I need to be next to you during one of those dance situations.
I mean, it might be rocking the trailer a little bit, you know. But yeah, you let me know. You tap on the door. You come on over.
Is there a go-to song?
I don't have a go-to song. You know, so I feel like Milchick has a bevy of music that he listens to. So depending on the mood, I'll go like classical, right? And then I'll do like funk, like P-funk. You know what I mean? Parliament and disco, right? And then sometimes it's just like chill R&B, you know?
Okay.
So
that
it's
makes
just,
sense.
it's the vibe, you know?
I believe that about Milchick, that he has a variety of music that he...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got great taste in music.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Weirdest fan theory that you heard about Severance?
This is, I said it earlier today, but the weirdest one for me is my dad, who's still, my dad is he thinks he like figures out the twists in movies immediately and he's one of those guys who will be like, I knew The Sixth Sense, I knew what was happening. And I'm like, I saw it with you, and I don't remember you saying it until we all knew it. Yeah. But anyway, so he loves to call me with his theories, and maybe after 4 episodes in season 1, he called me and he was like, I know what it is. It's aliens. And I was like, what is it? What's the it's there? Who's aliens? What is aliens? And he hasn't admitted that theory has changed.
Right.
But I don't think he still subscribes to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any favorites?
I do not have a favorite, but the one, for whatever reason, sticks out in my mind, and maybe it's perhaps because we're doing this together, is that there's a theory that Dylan and Milchick are either related or are dating.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't confirm or deny.
Good, cannot. But also, like, as you said before, why would that be the only 2 options?
Yes, I do. Right. Yeah, someone's like, it's either one or the other.
It cannot be anything else. Yeah. But that's the one.
It might be the relationship you've seen on screen, which is neither of those.
Right.
But
they just work at the same building.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Do you have a favorite Severance perk?
Like a real life perk that has happened as a result of Severance, or like a Lumon perk?
Like a Lumon Severance perk. So, you know, like you have the caricatures.
Oh, I do love the caricatures.
Yeah.
I do
you have
like
a ton of them.
Yeah. And initially I thought, and I think that they were special and they were like, you know, specific to me.
Sure.
And then I think we shot in O&D.
Okay.
And I saw that there were drawers full of blank ones, and that they just put
your face.
Yeah, they just put your head on top of it. And I was like, oh man, but that's probably what it would feel like for Dylan too. So yeah.
You thought you were special.
I did.
But you are.
Thank you. Do you have a favorite Lumon perk?
Favorite Lumon perk? I'm not going to go obvious and say MDE. I'm not going to do that. That's the trap. So my favorite Lumon perk, I don't know, because I don't really get to enjoy the perks. I don't.
We do all have a different relationship to the different perks.
Yeah, it's very, very different. I would have to say maybe the awarding of the glass head. Because that, you get to see the innie's pride, you get to see the camaraderie with the other innies around the recipient of the glass head. And, you know, it's iconic. It's like you did a really great job and you should be proud of yourself.
And it's a quality piece of work. It's like a real...
No.
It's like, it's legit.
We spent a lot of money on those glass heads.
They're not like, it's not like some kind of Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, no.
You know, yeah.
Nothing wrong with Chuck E. Cheese.
No.
But...
Of course.
You know.
You're not getting this at Chuck E. Cheese. That's all I'm saying.
You're not getting this at Chuck E. Cheese. I'm sorry, kids.
No. You get way too many tickets to get it. What was it like working with Jessica Lee Gagné this season, and what sets her apart from other DPs that you've worked with in the past?
Wow. Jessica has an intelligence and passion that she brings to her work that is infectious, you know? And her direction is so clear, very precise, and it's collaborative in the same vein. I feel safe being directed by her, and having her film, you know, me. It's tricky. I found, I don't know your experiences with this, but you know, being a person of color, of darker skin, oftentimes we're not lit well or filmed well. So, you know, having a DP, having a director who has that knowledge and understanding of which light to use, the saturation, the angles is so important. And there is a trust that I have with Jessica, and I mean, she's a rock star. You know, episode 7 was beautiful for her, and she's getting her flowers, and she deserves it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get the pleasure of working with her as a director. I'm very jealous of that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll change.
We'll settle it later.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, watching her work as a DP on the show across both seasons, she's like, I honestly, whenever I'm on a set, I'm always kind of in awe of everyone's like level of expertise within their thing that I don't understand. And with her, it's like, I love to kind of just like stay out of her way and watch her kind of genius unfold.
Yeah. And it's not pretentious.
No.
At all.
No.
It's just, no, this is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's dope. Well, I gotta say, this was a great interview.
Yeah.
This was one of the best.
Probably I'd say you're one of my top favorite interviewers and interview subjects.
I appreciate
rolled
that.
into
Thank
one.
you, man. Thank you. It's not easy to do this.
No.
But you make it easy.
Hey, I was about to say the same thing.
Boom.
This was fun. This was
great.
fun. Yeah.
It's great. Thank you.
Fun.